I'm your host, Kelly Morgan, indie author and indie publisher. Welcome to another episode of The Author's Mic. Welcome to today's episode. Hey everybody, Kelly here, indie author, indie publisher, and this is another episode of The Author's Mic. And you know that it's Monday because I have a guest with me. I have Chris Gamble. He is out of Washington, D.C. He is a mental health professional, and he has written a book, and he's going to share it with us. And let me just say this before I turn it over to you, Chris. Thank you, number one, for showing up, right? Thank you so much for taking me up on my offer to share this platform. I really do appreciate you being here. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Kelly. My second novel just came out on October 6th. It's called Where We Are Free. I have it right here if it will show up. There we go. So that is published through my publishing company, Blank Passage, which you'll see behind me. This is my second novel. My first one came out in 2023. That's called Tales of a Black Therapist. And so with my books, with my writing overall, my goal is to really change the way people understand mental health. So through my writing, I want to basically form what I would call like a critical analysis of the mental health industrial complex, but to do that in an engaging and entertaining way. So like with this second book, it is a thriller that's about a therapist taking on a big tech company. And he does that with the help of this underground Black organization called The Village, who this group has the mission of furthering the well-being of Black people across the world. And so, there's a lot of cool and interesting things that happen in the story. But for me, is a way to write about mental health in a different way that is not just about sort of the individual experience or sort of what I would call the suffering narrative of like what a person is going through individually, but more exploring various topics with throughout the field of mental health and kind of like the systems that shape it, to just give a different perspective. And as being a mental health professional myself, I feel like I have sort of a insider's view that can offer that perspective in a way that is not out there as much, I think.
I like that you took these books and that are they both fiction?
They are both fiction,
I
yes.
like that they're fiction. So kind of you've got the insider view because that's what you do, but then
Hmm.
you can kind of step outside of it and kind of write this fictional story, but being
Right.
able to cover all the things that you may see, right? And from writing from that perspective through your characters, do you think you look at it from a wider lens? Do you think that you are able to maybe see things that you don't see when you're working in it on a day to day? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Mm. Yeah, sure. I mean, so there's a couple of main reasons that I choose to do fiction, or a few reasons. One is to avoid, writing about actual clients or past clients. I've actually over the past few years kind of shifted away from doing direct clinical work, but still working in the mental health field. So yeah, fiction is a way to not write about real people's lives, but it also is a way to zoom out and look at the big picture and explore maybe like the lessons I've learned from my work or just different themes that have popped up, different topics that I think are really important that people should understand and be able to put it into this fictional story that to me is also just more fun to write. Like I think fiction is just is more fun for me to write. And like I said, I don't think it's as prevalent out there. It's not rare for a therapist to write a book. There are many books by therapists, but they tend to be nonfiction, maybe somewhat in like the self-help area, or at least, giving some type of advice or insight about something about what that person's specialty is. But I think fiction for me allows me to go into these different genres like a thriller and sort of engage the reader in a different way, but maybe still get those same takeaways that they might get from nonfiction.
So is there just one character, one therapist, like those throughout the books? Is it a series?
So the two books so far are different. So Tales of a Black Therapist, the main character there is Drew. He's a therapist. And then in Where We Are Free, the main character, his name is Dom. Full name is Freedom, but goes by Dom, and he's also a therapist. So they're separate stories, but Where We Are Free is the first of a series. So the way I'm building it out right now, there's going to be an initial duology that tells Dom's kind of origin story, and then from there, and especially once he meets this group called the Village, the reader will be able to see like kind of how expansive that group is. And so from there, my idea is to really flesh out that world through whether it's future standalone novels or like short story collections, just to really build that out. So yeah, this is Where We Are Free is really establishing that story world so that I can build it out from there.
So interesting that you have your own publishing company. I love it. I love to see that. What prompted you to do that? Like what was the mission behind having your own publishing company? I mean, a lot of people put their stuff up on the Amazon, but not everybody starts their own publishing company.
Right, right. Yeah, I would definitely tell people if you're thinking about self-publishing, you do not have to start your own company. I chose to give myself that headache of managing a LLC. But yeah, for me, it was just I knew once I decided to write, writing was not being an author was not always like a dream of mine or anything. It kind of happened somewhat randomly. But once I figured out that I wanted to write, I knew that I wanted to keep writing. Like I had a lot of ideas. And so for me, it was just a way to kind of organize everything under this one umbrella. So to do that through this company and kind of by being able to give it a name and kind of think about what the mission is, for me, it's a way to just focus what all my writing is and again, just keep it under this one roof.
So I'll ask you a question that I asked myself. Are you an author or are you a storyteller or are you both?
I would say both. I think storytelling is maybe the thread through everything, but and it can take different forms, and author is one of those. Story for me, I mean, I enjoy like consuming stories, from a kid watching anime to now, just movies, TV, books, video games. Like I just love absorbing stories. I would say even as as a therapist, in the time that I worked with clients, I think there's a lot of storytelling there. In hearing people's stories, helping them reframe their stories, like narrative is very important there. So yeah, I would say that I'm a storyteller that right now uses books to tell stories, but I'm definitely interested in a lot of different forms of storytelling. Mentioning video games again, like I would love to be involved with writing a video game at some point. Just all the different formats really interest me of just the different ways that you can tell a story.
That's really cool. Nobody's ever said anything about writing a video game. So when you said that, I thought, huh, somebody does actually have to write the story, just like a screenplay, right?
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, I think that's really cool. So, good luck to you with the publishing company. And it sounds to me, and I'm just gonna take a stab out there, it sounds to me like you don't really have a genre.
Yeah, not really. I mean, I'm interested in a lot of different genres. Like I want to explore as many of them as I can. Uh, Horror is really interesting to me, sci-fi, uh, of course, thrillers. But yeah, I feel like each genre holds different opportunities for how to tell a story. So I think there's just a lot of cool ways. Like that's sort of my goal of instead of just sort of a straightforward narrative about, like I said earlier, a character experiencing some particular mental health issue. I think with each of these genres, like if I think about a fantasy world, how can you tell a story that provides a lesson that is related to mental health in some way, but is in this fantasy world that might be full of dragons and stuff like that. So yeah, each genre to me is just a different opportunity to tell a story a different way.
Very cool. So, Chris, if people want to connect with you, if they want to learn more about you, get the books, follow you, how do they do that?
Sure. So you can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Chris underscore the counselor, Chris underscore the counselor. And then my website is blankpassagellc.com. and you'll find the links to my books there. But you can find them anywhere you can buy books online. You'll find my books.
Fantastic. So let me just give my laundry list of stuff before I let you go, because I'm
All
going to
right.
let you close this out. So, everyone, if you are an author or just a creative in this space and you want to share this platform with me, I would be more than happy to help you. It's really easy. You just go to my website, you hit the Be a Guest link, and you're a guest. And I think that's what you did, Chris. And it's not very
Yep.
hard at all. I promise you, it's very, very easy. I would love to help you promote your book, your craft, whatever you've got going on. If you have written a book and you're thinking, I don't really know what to do, I'm kind of stuck, I got a 44-page guide. It's called So You Want to Write a Book. It's free. Go download it, start your journey. If you want to support me, I've got 2 books out there. Wait for it and You Sound White. I'm happy to ship them to you. No pressure. You can get them wherever good books are sold. Wait for It is an audiobook. And lastly, if you are an author and you're trying to find a new, unique way to pitch your book, and Chris, this is for you too, then pitch the IRS. That's our book club. We only support indie authors. It's really easy. Go to the website. We don't know about your book if you don't tell us, right? And if you're a reader and you want to join the book club, it's free. We would love to have your voice. Just go to the website and you can join. So, Chris, I just want you to close us out. You are someone who deals with mental health in real life, real time. And today's world is crazy, right? There is a lot going on, and it's really easy to get caught up and lose your mind and just not know what to do. So for all of us who are out here just trying to make it day to day and just try, keep our heads down and keep it positive, what advice can you give us that we can do that's quick to help us maintain our mental health?
Something quick.
Something, I mean, when
Well,
I say quick, something that's not that we're not going to have to do drawn out, something that we can do at home, something that we can do when we get up, just something that we can do that's easy and accessible to all of us.
I mean, I would say sleep is always important. That's maintaining a good sleep routine can really just shape your day. So having good sleep habits, I think, can get you off to a good start. But always, I definitely would always say if things are reaching a point where you feel like even the simple things that you could do yourself aren't working, don't be afraid to reach out for professional help.